Now, the Edo State governorship election is just, well, little less than a year from now, in 2024, and a lot of politicians are jostling for who to replace Godwin Obaseki. Now, we're looking at that here now. Joining me live to discuss this is John Yakubu, who is an aspirant of the People's Democratic Party. Good to see you, and thanks for your time. You've always been in the PDP. You were former chairman of Esan Northeast, and of course, you also ran in 2016 as running mate to Osage Ize Iyamo.
Exactly.
Yes. Let us in on how the PDP is holding forth in its preparation for the big moment in 2024.
Well, PDP, like you know, is a very big family, most especially in Edo. And to the glory of God, we are on ground in Edo, and every member of the party coming together to begin to look at how things can play out in 2024 so that we can continue to retain power after the exit of our present governor, Godwin Obaseki. So the party is on ground, making preparation. Members are coming up, indicating their interest on how and why they should be nominated for that big position under the great party, the People's Democratic Party.
Is there a zoning formula in Edo State?
Well, it is not a written arrangement in Edo State, but you realize that you have 3 senatorial districts in Edo State. Yeah, Edo South Senatorial District, the Central, and the North. Over time, we have had good persons from Edo South Senatorial District taking the position of the governor, including that of the Edo North Senatorial District. But for 2024, for equity and all, a lot of persons have come to believe that it will be nice, it will be good to have an individual from Edo Central Senatorial District, which is the Esan speaking of Edo State, to take the position of Edo State. That is not a written agreement, but it's a kind of an unwritten agreement over time that have been practiced in Edo State that brought a kind of stability to to party politics in Edo State. So for 2024, a lot of persons have come to the agreement that power should shift to Edo Central Senatorial District. So that's where we are.
And how is the conversation going, specifically with the governor and other politicians? Because the Esan people, that's Edo Central, they have to reach out to see that everyone in other 2 senatorial districts are on the same page with Edo Central.
Well, Edo is one, from Uhunode to Akoko Edo in Edo State. Akoko Edo is actually the last part of Edo State, on the northern part of Edo State. From the Edo South Senatorial District to Akoko Edo, it's not Akoko Akure, it's Akoko Edo. So we are actually a one big family in Edo State. And to the glory of God, whether it is in Edo South, Edo Central Senatorial District, or Edo North, every person and any individual aspiring to be the governor of Edo State is not aspiring to be the governor of Esan Land or aspiring to be the governor of Edo North Senatorial District, but the governor of Edo State. So to that extent, whoever is aspiring to be the governor of that state will reach out to all the senatorial districts, carrying everybody along, because at the point you are elected as the governor of that state, you are not you could be from Mesa, you could be from Edo North, but at that point you got elected as the governor of that state, you are now the governor of Edo State. Like I said at the beginning of this conversation just now, Edo is one, from Edo South to Edo North. Like I said, we have Edo South to Akoko Edo, the last part of Edo State, not Akoko Akure or Akoko Ibadan.
Let me rephrase, perhaps. You didn't get that. We're asking if, politically speaking, the people of Edo Central are speaking to those in Edo North and Edo South to see the need for a unified candidate from within the PDP from Edo Central.
Yes, you will. Yes. Even there is a group, Esan in Edo Central Senatorial District, are led by the NEJs from Edo Central Senatorial District, reaching out to Edo North and Edo South, preaching peace and preaching togetherness, so that at the end of the day, they're telling them, you are brothers and sisters. You have had your position. Edo South have had it twice. Edo North have had its position. The Edo Central Senatorial District were coming together as one block to begin to appeal to the people of Edo North and Edo South on why they should allow the Edo Central Senatorial District have a bite in the next gubernatorial election in Edo State. So that is happening across the three senatorial districts, but we are coming together as a people, as one, pushing for that realization of that objective.
Has this move reached the governor of the state?
Well, as the governor of the state, yes, I would say he's aware. I would say he's aware. But I am not sure that this group of people have gone to the table of the governor of the state to table this request. But they've gone to other very highly placed individuals in Edo State. They've gone to the Oba of Benin, they've gone to the Ojeneni of Uzare, that is the person who didn't brief for Edo North Senatorial District. They've gone to highly placed individuals in all the senatorial districts, except this Edo Central Senatorial District, to canvass this position of fairness, of why the Central should be allowed to fly the flag of the next gubernatorial election across party, not just in PDP alone now, whether it is PDP, whether it is APC or Labour Party. So that is the position.
So you mean irrespective of party line leanings?
No.
You want it to be around Edo Central?
That is what the group pushing for this position, that's what they're doing. They're not telling party A, you bring in somebody from Edo North or Edo South. No, they're saying it is an appeal. We're not saying it must be done. It is a kind of movement, telling both the Edo North and the Edo South Senatorial District on why the voice of reason should prevail, depending on the party you hear from. I'm a member of the People Democratic Party. They are not restricted their movement to PDP alone. They've gone to PDP leadership. They reach out to APC as well as the Labour Party.
How strong is the PDP today in Edo State?
PDP is the party to beat in Edo State because we've done very well. That is the truth. Edo State have done, the People Democratic Party under the present leadership of Godwin Nwogaso Obaseki, we've done very well. And you realize that we still, the governor still have about 1 year and 3 months to go, or 1 year and 4 months to go. And he's marching on, believing that by the time he leaves office, come November 11th, 2024, a lot would have been done. Edo State would have been industrialized. And I tell you this, because of planting what we have, because if you eat your CDM, you will die of hunger. That is the truth. What the present administration is doing is planting those seeds for the benefit of the future.
Is that an Islam proverb?
No, whether in Islam or in your language,
no,
if you eat your seed, you will die of hunger.
So when you say Edo, the governor has done very well, it becomes almost difficult for any aspirant to canvass for votes. On what grounds will you now be canvassing? Because it becomes almost a difficult thing for you to ask for votes.
Edo of our dream, if possible. That the present governor is doing well and doing his best. It's not that's not the fact that we have reached the Edo of our dream. That is my slogan. Edo of our dream is possible. A better secure Edo is possible. A prosperous Edo is possible. So all we need to do, now that the foundation is being laid by the present administration, what we need to do is to build on that. For any person that wants to go back to Egypt, it's unacceptable to Edo people. I can tell you today that if you get to Edo, you can, by the grace of God, boast for about 2 modular refinery working. Yeah. You have Osiomo electrification working. You have the greenfield agricultural industry working. So what we are trying to do, and again, it is only in Edo. If you get to Edo today, I saw very recently the cargo terminal coming up in the Benin City Airport. That is another advantage to Edo State. And I can tell you this, if you visit Edo of recent, you discover that Edo Airport is the 3rd busiest airport in Nigeria. That's because a lot of people are coming into Edo. That we're doing that does not mean we should stop. That if the present government is doing that does not mean that is Edo of our dream. Edo of our dream is possible. Like I said just now, on security, a better security is better. We can realize that. Edo could be more prosperous. And to that extent, all we need to do is to build on what the present administration is doing.
And in doing that, does it also worry you that for the Edo people, they've always said that they don't like to be in opposition with the center? For a long time, you recall in the Second Republic, there was the UPN with Ambrose Ali from Edo Central, and we had the NPN, Shagari. And during the time of Adams Oshiomhole, they were excited that for the first time in a long time, Edo is in the same page with the National Party. So how is this working with the people, letting them know that this is sellable?
Well, I want to appeal to a lot of persons. Connecting with the center or being the same party with the center have nothing to do with Edo State or any other state out of the 36 states of the Federation. Do you share money in the center for a particular state and don't give to those states that are not in your party? It is the management of the little available resources by whoever is elected by the people that is important to the people. And I tell you, Edo will decide who the next governor of Edo State will be, not whether you are connected to the center or not. A lot of the people in Edo State will look at the antecedent, the viability of Edo, and who they strongly believe that can continue to begin to develop Edo on the right foot. So where we are, I actually don't believe in this politics of the center thing. That is the truth. It is not the center. I can tell you this. Out of the 36 states of the Federation, I'm sure it is only Edo you have a state contributing about 50 megawatts of electricity to the national grid. 50 megawatts from Oshiomhole. And they have increased it to about 100. And by the grace of God, by the time we begin to move forward, in the next 2 or 3 years, you begin to think of about 200. You really don't need the national grid for a state to survive. And Edo is blessed with natural gas. From Edo South Senatorial District to Edo Central, then to Edo North, connected to Abuja. So what that means that at any point in time, you can take a senatorial district and begin to give that senatorial district the power needed to develop that senatorial district. Because without power, honestly speaking, no nation, no state can be on the path of development. So as we speak today, I can tell you that there are some institutions in Edo, there are some companies in Edo enjoying 24-hour supply of light in Edo State. That is there. Not from BEDC, but from Oshiomhole power station. They didn't just stop at generating that 55, which they've added, like we know. They are not just stopping there, they started distributing it. And thanks to the recently signed power bill by our present president, giving power to individuals and organizations to begin to generate light and selling same to people. I can tell you that Edo will lead other states when it comes to power generation. And by the time Obaseki is winding up, I'm sure that Oshiomhole would have been generating over 100 megawatts to the benefit of Edo. If you come to Edo State today for over 17 kilometers street light, lit by Oshiomhole, I ask you, because there is no synergy between BEDC and Oshiomhole, that light is wasted because you don't generate light and you keep it. You need to, by the time that light is put up by 7 a.m. in the morning, because there's no relationship between BEDC and Oshiomhole, we have nothing to do with that light. But I tell you, by the time we get further with this light thing, like I said at the beginning, 1 year after, a lot of persons begin to come to Edo to study how that is being done in Edo State. And we are not stopping there.
Well, it's a fine place for us to leave it for now. John Yakubu, PDP governorship aspirant, Edo State.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Well, that's it for this edition of Arise Prime Time. Do join us again tomorrow from me and the entire team here in Abuja. It's many thanks for watching and goodbye.